What is up, you guys?
Are you applying?
I was. I got a little marshmallow chapstick. What's up,
delicious.
YouTube?
That's right. Hey, YouTube world.
Oh, hold on. Our song is still going, but I can fix that. That's not a big deal. Yeah, our playing music was still a little bit high, but we're still learning a little bit. Hello, welcome to our show, Courtney.
Yes.
Well,
very
I don't have to
excited
welcome
it's
you.
happening.
You're here.
Yes.
But we're glad to be on YouTube tonight, hanging out, me and the wifey, Courtney.
That's right.
We need to have little placards that say, like, Courtney.
that you're Jay and I'm Courtney?
Well, I mean, people don't necessarily know who I am. I mean, we're new to the Bourbon YouTube sphere, right?
We are new to it.
Anyway, we've got a lot of viewers, something like 5,000 or 10,000. I think YouTube's undercutting that a little bit, but that's okay. It's not a big deal at all.
Literally a dozen.
We do have some legends here in the chat already. My name is Jay Tate. I am the publisher/Commodore at auburnsports.com. It's a great website. We write about Auburn all the time. My wife, Courtney, runs a... You work with children.
I work with little nuggets every day. Amazing.
That's funny. I mean, they are. But it's
They
parents,
are.
too. You got to interact with parents, too.
That is correct.
And so I'm just stoked to be able to do... I've live streamed a bunch of games as part of my job at auburnsports.com. Courtney...
I'm a newbie.
Liked watching me stream and said, hey, maybe we ought to do a show together sometime. And I was like, maybe not, let's do that. And I was hoping that my daughter would encourage her mother to never do that. But wait, no, don't look surprised. But we have a 21-year-old daughter, Maddie, and she's here with us tonight, providing support.
Yes, she is a brand new 21 in a
like
couple days.
A week. So that's very exciting. So we're going to be talking about bourbon is really the thrust of the whole show,
Yes.
right? Thrust.
Yes. Because I love some brown water now. This is some delicious stuff right here we're going to talk about tonight.
We're going to be drinking some Thomas S. Moore, two of these versions tonight. But you got me earlier because I feel like I know a lot about bourbon, and you said Thomas S. Moore.
Yes, I did. I shared a little fact with Mr. Tate.
She said, well, it's great. It's a product of Buffalo Trace. And I said, I don't think it is. And she said, oh.
Well, really, it's a Sazerac company. So it was... I
don't know anything about
He was very surprised because it is also from 1792, but their parent company is Sazerac.
Well, it's a family thing for me. Well, we can talk about that in a little bit, but my granddad Tate, Jason Tate, worked for Old Barton back in the day in the 60s. They used to live in Lebanon, Kentucky, and they would drive to... My dad went to school in Bardstown, and so my granddad Jason got a job there at Barton. So when Emmett would go to school, Jason worked at Barton all day, and then when he was finished with work, he'd drive him home back to Lebanon.
But how did he drive him home? On the school bus, because he was the school bus driver.
Yes, at St. Joe Prep there in Bardstown. So, yeah, and they would go through Loretto where Maker's Mark is made to get home. Interesting.
I think it might be a little clash, though, these days if the bus driver stops and works at the distillery and then picks the kids up after school and takes them home.
Yeah, these days that'd be creepy.
That'd be a little odd.
Back in the 60s, you get away with a lot of stuff. Maddie, you can't even imagine the stuff that they would get away with in the 60s and 70s. Maybe your dad and mom got away with years ago. We have some absolute legends and studs in the chat.
We do.
The first person ever to chat with us on our new show is Corey Dubb, an absolute stud from the city of Montgomery, and he is 1/3 of the greatest family we know.
He is a legend.
From the Weber house. His wife, whose name we shouldn't say on the air because she's not.
That's right. Name redacted.
We party with Corey and his wife often. And we also completely love the name that he gave his daughter.
Yes.
Yes.
Happens to be the same one that we have.
We named ours Madison. So there you go. And Chris Haynes, we know him as Cuz.
Yes.
He's also a bourbon enthusiast. A guy who knows a whole lot about bourbon. Him and his
Yes.
wife, Mrs. Cuz.
Perhaps they can be special guests one day.
That would be great. So
Yes.
our vision is that we do the show up here, and then we've got like a little party zone here, a little VIP section. No, we do a little disco ball right here, some neon lights, and then we have like a camera over there.
Yes.
But
That's
Courtney
where we
was
hit
like,
the big time.
Courtney was like, first show,
First
I don't
show.
know.
No.
I want to go there. So you got your Kentucky Bourbon Drinking Team shirt on?
I
Is that right,
do,
Courtney?
yes.
Oh.
Kentucky. Yes. I am ready. I am ready.
Sort of the part of the Kentucky
Stop
bourbon.
it.
Well, what are you doing?
Inappropriate as always.
Other legends in here. Stu Pup, who's with us every single show over at auburnsports.com and who is an absolute legend. Canoeman,
Yes.
whom we have
Newman.
done a show with,
Yes.
and we love Newman, high-class individual from north of where we live. We'll just say that. Also, I know Pocket Watch is here as well. Look at this. Pipe Layer Nick, Courtney.
Hey, Nick.
A guy
What's
we
up,
party
Nick?
with
We'll
down
see him in a
south.
few weeks.
Yeah, we're going to see him and his
6 weeks or
his
so.
wife Daphne there in Mexico this time around.
Yes.
I hope that you're going to be there.
So are we going to get some beverage
Is that a
on?
yes
Like,
or
I'm
no?
ready.
Okay, we're ready to do some beverages.
Yes.
Brandon H is in the house as well. What's up, bro? Glad to have you here. JBDC
Yes.
Elite, Courtney.
I think I know him.
He says, Dearest Madeline is in the studio and Mr. Chris has entered the chat. Love it. It's like a big family.
It
oh
is
my
a
gosh,
family.
look at this. Stu Pup says, my AA and I are going to have to take notes with all this knowledge.
Oh, I like it. I
And
like it.
Tori W, I didn't want to say her name early, but now I can. Tori W, wife
Hey,
of Corey
Tori.
in the house. Hey, y'all. So excited for you guys to start this up tonight. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I can do that right there. Tori.
I love it. Oh, look at that.
Jumping in. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, look,
Tori.
you so fancy.
We party with Tori a lot. And Tori, she knows how to party. There's no doubt about that.
Did anybody else have some Thomas S. Moore sitting around to be able to drink with us tonight?
Oh,
That's what I
think
need to know.
somebody did.
This is very important stuff.
I bet you Cuz did.
Anybody else have any? Cuz, what one do you have?
Cuz is definitely drinking. Brandon H says, smash that like button, Pete's. We only have 12 likes. We got 15,000 viewers and we only have 12 likes, guys. We can do better than that.
15,000.
We can do better than that. I mean,
That's right.
seriously. Statistically speaking.
Yes.
Bridget W, last name redacted. I don't want to. Oh, wait, her name's
Her
there.
name's right there. And look at her pretty beautiful faces right
She
there,
says,
too.
we are here.
We are here.
We've got the Weatherfords in the house. We love the Weatherfords.
Yes, we do.
Of course, her husband, part of the syndicate.
Yes.
My syndicate,
Yes.
for sure. And Bridget, obviously a legend, and their kids are legends too. We also got a B. Haynes listed earlier as Ms. Cuz. Becky or Denton's mom
Denton's mom.
would be
true.
how a lot of people would know
Yes,
her.
that is true.
Let's see. Chris says Cabernet is what he's drinking.
Oh, he just says cab.
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 You know, they are a wine household as well.
Stu Pup says he and his wife also named their daughter Madison.
Amazing.
I don't want to say his wife's name on the air because I'm not trying to out her, but she has a really cool name. It's like old school, but it's cool as shit. Just my opinion. Ma'am?
It's like Eileen.
Hey, we literally have dozens
I
of
can't say
viewers, just so you know, Jay. Dozens.
Dozens?
Of viewers.
I've got it as 35,000. I don't know.
I know. I think they're faking us
We
out.
do have a script here that we're going to
Yes.
be following very, very religiously.
The director has a script.
Executive producer.
It's
Not
pretty
you.
funny.
You're the
That's pretty
executive
funny.
producer.
I'm administrative assistant now.
So what's your basic story, Jay?
Our
I'd love to
basic
hear
story
this.
about why we're here is because you kept nagging me about it and saying, I want to do a show. And I was like,
Nagging is so sweet.
I kept hoping you would forget about
so
it.
endearing.
And then you didn't forget about
Nagging.
it. So
I didn't forget about it. Sometimes he needs a little push. You ladies out there know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Sometimes you have to encourage gently.
wait a minute. You guys know I stream a lot.
You only stream Auburn stuff. This is something
Look,
fun.
Brandon says, what are y'all drinking on tonight?
Hey, right here,
It's right
buddy.
here, my man.
Just in case you didn't know.
We're
it's
drinking
right
the
here.
Thomas S. Moore. This is Port Cask, and we've got Cabernet?
This one is the Cabernet,
yeah.
correct.
I believe we got this one at Troy.
I think we got both of them at Troy.
Yeah, we won these in the drawdown at Troy last fall. Our friends, the Weatherfords, are Troy fans.
You win it when you give them the most money. It's
I
amazing.
mean,
When you win it for free.
I had to work hard to win you, Courtney.
That's
Jeez.
true, and that definitely wasn't free.
No, I had to throw burgers down your throat.
You did White Castles.
Back in the day, I had to pay extra for cheese just to satisfy your craving.
That's right. It was 15 extra cents. He was a big spender.
I think there were 12 cents at the time. Plus.
Yeah, he wanted to actually stop by Kroger and get American cheese.
Madison, I've been trying to do that.
And cut it in the sizes and put it on the White Castles because he didn't want to pay the 12 cents a piece.
Guys, I didn't have a lot of money at that time in my life, and I was broke as a joke. And when we came to Montgomery, she didn't have a job, and I was making $26.5 at the Advertiser, and it was times were tight.
We were not eating White Castle down here because they don't have White Castle down here.
Yeah, I know they have Crystal, which is
It's Crystal's okay.
it has its place.
Well, I
Which
don't think
is
we're
nowhere
looking for a
near me.
sponsorship for Crystal.
Crystal, it's over before it even started. All right, so that's the basic story. You nagged me, and I finally caved.
Yes, that's
All
exactly right.
And this is exactly the way you thought it would be, right?
Yep. That's exactly what I thought. It was gonna be.
15,000 people on your first stream.
I know, it's impressive.
I was able, even though I streamed a bunch at auburnsports.com, that was like a one camera thing, like basically just a webcam.
It was
and
up
like
in your
some stuff
face
behind
and
me.
the TV.
This is a whole different deal. We're like in a house, my mom's house, because she's not using it right now, and then she's in a nursing home. But I think she's gonna get out.
No, she's
had a-
going to break out one of these days.
Free
Nana.
Nana. Free Nana. I did not put her anywhere. Okay.
Free Nana.
But here we had to set up a whole like set, I guess, and then we got a real camera to do this, and so it's kind of out of my comfort zone to get this thing put together. But
He did a good job.
Somebody sent you a nice comment. It was funny.
oh, did we? Look at this!
Oh, look at Pam Cofield.
What did Pam
That's
say?
my sweet girl. Thanks, Pam.
Pamela. Says Courtney, I love your hair. You're beautiful.
Aw, she's so
Isn't
sweet.
she? Isn't she great? Austin, who is the cocktail king, says no bourbon here, but enjoying a nice Coors Light in the company of some legends. He must be hanging out with Jared.
He must be hanging out with us.
Jared,
See, we're the legends.
Chalk, Reagan.
We're the legends, Jay. We're the legends.
Tonight we are.
We're always the legends, but tonight, yes.
Well, I don't.
We can proclaim it tonight.
Do I have a sound?
I need
effect
some
for that?
bourbon.
I think I do.
I'm going to go ahead and crack open a little bit here.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to crack it open because I've already busted it open before, but I'm going to have a little.
That was supposed to be unopened, but you do what you gotta
No. Mm-hmm. Gotta hit it. Hit
Yeah, there's probably two stew pup.
do. Stu Pup, thank you.
No, my son's birthday. But
Stu Pup says my son's birthday, my wife's birthday, Mother's Day, and daughter's birthday are all this month. I need some cheap bourbon Rex. LOL.
Yeah.
I don't know how old your
Cheap
son
bourbon
is, but I don't know
Rex.
if he needs bourbon.
No, that's not bourbon. Fireball is ass.
Courtney says that bourbon
Fireball's
is ass. No, Fireball's ass. I sometimes drink Fireball.
you have to drink this
on
one
Friday
sometime.
nights. Before we get drinking on the Thomas S. Moore, which apparently we're going to have the Cabernet. Thomas S. Moore is the man who created the Barton Distillery in 1879. It's in Bardstown. We've driven by it. We have not been
Yes.
to it. The 1792 in the Barton name is a reference to the year Kentucky became a state. July
didn't know
1st,
that.
1792. That's right,
Look
Courtney.
at you, man.
We were both
my
born in
historian.
Kentucky, by the way. This is a 5 or 6 year bourbon, and then it's finished for a pretty long time.
Yes. Did you know how long it's finished for?
Couple years, maybe?
Like two to 4 years.
Wow.
That's a long time for a bourbon to be finished.
This retails in the $60 range-ish, although sometimes you'll see it for a little bit more at certain bars that I go to. No big deal.
And why are we drinking it tonight, Jay?
We are drinking it for a couple reasons. First of all, this is called the Bourbon blah, 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 blah blend, and this is a blended bourbon.
Correct. And what does it mean to be a blended bourbon for those that may not know?
It means that it's blended with different things. So these go into a barrel and they sit for 5 or 6 years, like we mentioned. Then they come out of that barrel and they go into another barrel. In this case, a Sauvignon barrel that has been used for Sauvignon.
Yeah.
And they sit in there for a while. They soak up that goodness,
Sweetness.
Yeah, that's it. So bottoms up, guys. We'll drink a little bit of this Thomas S.
Yes.
Moore, which we like. Spoiler alert: we've had this before.
Yes.
Pam wants one of the cups.
Wonder what you guys are out here. Pipe says, "Did I just hear some barking spiders? What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Do you know what that means? Is that like an Urban Dictionary thing for like?"
So, Jay, if we want, let's be really pretentious. What do you taste, Jay?
Oh yes,
Tell me
on the
what you
nose I
taste.
taste shoe
your
leather,
nose, what's on-
Twinkies, mahogany, gold.
Jim Fox.
I taste wealth.
Drink up, buddy. We need some of that. Jim Socks.
So what I like about this bourbon is, to me, I love a peppery bourbon myself.
This is not peppery.
I think it's a little peppery, and
How are you gonna say it's peppery? There's nothing peppery.
it's a little peppery, like I said, and then you get that wine. I'm not a wine drinker. I don't like wine, but I like a little bit of a wine taste.
I love
We
this.
had Bardstown Bourbon Company Prisoner version. That was the winiest bourbon. There's no bourbon in that. I swear it was just Prisoner wine.
Not a big fan.
So you got to dial it. For me, you got to dial it way back to something that just has a little bit of a finish on it, and that's what I think this does. Cuz might have
I think
some.
this is delicious.
Brandon's asked, more is Barton, right? That is correct. This is a product of the
Yes.
Barton Distillery.
Yes, it is.
I think I'll probably explain that. It was probably behind a little bit. D Lucky in the house, Courtney.
Hey, D Lucky.
Wow, do we have a sound? Do we have a sound for D Lucky?
I don't know. Is there a sound for studs? He's an absolute stud. He is. He's a stud.
I wasn't going there.
And Mrs. D. Lucky.
Yeah.
They both are. She's a studette.
Yeah. We got a room in our house called the D. Lucky Suite. It's actually a true story. Leif B in the house. There he is. Leif B, one of our friends from the Rebel
Leif.
Grove side, also a Kentucky guy.
He worked up at Churchill, he said. That's so much fun. We're going there in a week. We cannot wait.
Leif B says, miss y'all. Leif, I love you, man. You're an absolute stud, no doubt about it. So did I miss the Derby picks yet? No, we're going to hit those next after we finish this very detailed tasting. Yes.
No, for real. I taste definitely fruit from the grapes. I can't clarify more than that. Whenever I drink bourbon, I basically either know if I like it or I don't. I'm not a big connoisseur of the specific smells of vanilla, and there was one description of this calling it meaty. I don't know that I've ever heard of a bourbon being called meaty.
Have you ever called me meaty before?
Moving right along. Next up.
I need to play the danger zone sound.
Yeah, exactly. The bunny in the pot.
Well, you would never give me the bunny in the pot. But, you could.
So how much can I buy this for, Jay?
I say it retails in the $60 range, though if you go to certain restaurants or bars, it can be a little bit more. But it's a reasonably priced bourbon. I think it's good.
The one I do not like of the finished bourbons here of Thomas S. Moore is the Chardonnay. I did not care for that.
Yeah, so that has a white label on it. We're not fans of that
I'm
one.
not
We
a
just
fan of that one.
It just didn't hit right.
It was a little sour.
Look at this, J-Dub, Courtney.
Hey, look at that. Look at all our peeps. What's up, peeps?
Let's see, Pamo says, got the drawdown. At the drawdown, I won a biscuits suite and can't wait to hang out with y'all in it. That's awesome.
That's right.
Also, I just got a
It's gonna be
text coming in from Jason Morgan, who I'm going to mention here. I've got some of his picks here and some of his intel. Jason and his wife, Emily, are in the top 10 or top 30 people. Like, I don't know where they're at. Jason, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Jason's really into horse racing, among other things. Jason and I went to school at Transylvania. He was a Phi Kappa Tau. I was a Pike. But he was on first floor, and what did we say on the first floor, Courtney?
First floor gets more.
Hey, this is a true story, Maddie. So my RA was Dave Johnson. Jason Morgan can attest to this, and he had 2 rules on the floor. First thing was, if you can't finish by 2, you got to start early. And second thing is, if he can't hear her, she's not there. How do you feel about that?
What does that mean?
That means that she can stay after curfew. See, back in the day, we had curfews.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know they don't have that now.
Yeah, you ain't worried about curfews, are you? No.
In her freshman dorm, she lived next door to boys, like at the same hallway. So that was completely different than our experience.
Yeah. Let's see, Snobburn, what's up, bro? Does Maverick enjoy tasting bourbon with you all? I need to get a little button thing
Where's Mav?
to laugh and stuff. Lav's chilling on your couch.
Mav's probably sleeping on the couch he's not supposed to be
Might
sleeping
be
on.
your moderator right there.
Yeah.
I know, it'd be helpful. Let's see, Tori says, it's amazing the different types of bourbon you guys have at your house. Tell us about your first experience with bourbon.
Oh,
Well,
My-
what
the-
made you like bourbon, I think is.
Oh,
When did
okay.
you realize you liked bourbon a lot?
that's a good question.
Oh, that's a great question.
So it was not that long ago. It's not.
Can you repeat the question?
Oh, so it's not that long ago, actually. I drank bourbon when I was significantly younger. I'm going to say high school, because that's what I had easy access to in my home. And so I would steal some of that, put it in a contact lens bottle and take it to the high school games and add that to my beverage I had with me at the time. And so that was how I started drinking bourbon. I didn't necessarily like it that much. I didn't start actually liking it that much until I was significantly older. I'd say maybe 10 years ago. And sitting around having a bourbon neat with my dad was just kind of fun. And so it branched off from there. And I guess that's how I started liking it.
Well, you were really into it, though, like buying all the stuff.
That was not.
That's him.
That wasn't that long ago, honestly. I think we started out with like some. Well, in college we would drink red Maker's Mark. They also had.
That was fancy. That was when we had a lot of money.
Maker's Mark was like $22 a bottle.
That
at
was a big
point.
time.
I was like, yeah, and then
That was a lot.
They had Blanton's, but like we couldn't afford that. It was like 50 or 60
Oh,
dollars
we
a
didn't
bottle.
touch that. That was extremely fancy.
So you'd be like, oh, it'd be cool if we ever had Blanton's, and it'd be like, someday maybe.
No.
So I would just drink Red Maker's Mark when I was a Pike at Transy, and that's by the way, that's where we met at Transylvania University. You were a field hockey player, and I was a
Yes.
aspiring sports writer.
Yes.
And
Many moons ago.
But we kind of got rekindled into it. I would drink with her dad, but your dad always drank bottom shelf.
Oh, yeah.
He thought it was stupid to spend more than $30 on a half gallon. I mean, I'm not joking about that.
All right.
He drank Kentucky Tavern, Kentucky Gentleman.
He got so mad when you come in with
Oh, my
fancy
God.
stuff. He's like, you're just wasting your money.
I bought him a bottle of Russell's Reserve 10-year. It's like $40, and he was like, "What are you doing?"
And don't spend that kind of money on bourbon.
He was
It's all from the
definitely-
same place.
Kentucky. He's like, Kentucky Gentleman does me just as good.
I
They
know.
all get you drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
What a stud. I miss your dad. He's an absolute legend.
He was a stud.
So that's how we got into bourbon. We picked it back up really in earnest maybe 8 years ago. We were at our old house, and we bought like
Yeah.
a bottle of Basil Hayden, which
Yes, that was a good beginner bourbon.
I regret.
Very good beginner bourbon, which I don't like now. I actually will not drink that now. But I liked it at the time.
I think it's very watery. That's
Well,
just my
compared to
opinion.
what it was, yes. So,
Ma'am?
I mean, Mike.
Yeah, I don't have a way to mic you right now. Do you just want to walk up here?
no, she's
No,
fine.
she doesn't want to do that. Courtney says, no, don't get in front of my space. Brandon says, AA, what are your thoughts on the mint julep? We are going to talk about this. It's on our list. I got a whole graphic just for that, Brandon, so
Yes.
sit tight for a few minutes.
Yes.
Snables King, what's up? Says, what's up, JG and Courtney? Word.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Corey W says, the wifey with the question of the night. That was a great question from Tori, absolutely. Vito for Troy, what's up, Tates? Kim wants to know how to make a comment. LOL. I bet I know who that is.
Hey. Hey, my friend Kim.
We were at their oldest? Older?
Yes.
Older daughter's
No,
wedding?
No, she's younger. They're very, very close in age.
Yes, I understand that now. I got you.
One of her daughters.
We were at their
daughter's wedding.
child's
Just say it, daughter's
wedding
wedding.
in Atascocita, Texas, and we had an incredible time. Let's see. Leif says, if you're in college and you're a bourbon snob, you're a cop. I need the button for the
That's
laugh.
true.
That's a good one right
That's
there.
true.
Leif.
You can't afford good stuff in
Hell
college.
no. I'm
I don't know
drinking.
a single person that is like, oh, I'm gonna go get.
Hey, Leif, did you see
Nobody
this
says
bottle?
bourbon. They're all drinking Fireball.
Leif, did you see that bottle right there, bro? That's the 1996 championship bottle. That.
Yes.
And the only reason I have that is because my grandma was like, hey, Jay, let's go get in line and get some Maker's Mark. My grandma didn't drink.
She
So I
just
found
wanted
that
the pretty
very
bottles.
odd. Yeah, she thought the bottle was really cool looking.
Well, they do a really good job with theirs. The ones this year are really pretty too.
Let's see. Brandon says, we drank Old Forester in college and would occasionally splurge on Makers. That sounds about
Ooh.
right. Raymond C is in the house. JG and Court, congrats, y'all. Thank you. Actually got this
Thank
one off
you.
the we got this one off the schneid, so to
I know.
speak.
We ended up making it happen
There were a few anxious moments because since this is our first stream
on this channel.
on this channel, YouTube was trying to give us some attitude.
Yeah.
But we got it all good. Yes, Chris H says, if the Thomas S. Moore was an 80s song, what would it be? Thank you for the question, cuz. That was, well, actually, we talked about this last night. It was
Yes.
a brilliant idea, cuz.
We've
I
got
have
this
an answer.
down.
I have an answer.
He has an answer for himself.
What's your answer?
And I have a different. No, you go first since you have the answer.
All right, I hope
You
that
said the answer.
this
not
could
an
put us in
answer.
trouble for our future sponsorship opportunities with Barton. But
Go ahead.
I would say Take On Me by AHA because it's tasty and hooky, but ultimately vapid.
Oh, man.
There, I said it.
That's not very nice. See, I'm the opposite. So the reason we're drinking this tonight is because I chose it. And I chose it because these are some of my favorites. So I have a song that,
Yes. Can't wait to hear it. Celine Dion?
no, I just called to say I love you. Because because I love this stuff. It's great. It's something I would go to.
I'm literally going to cry. That is so dumb. I cannot believe how dumb that
Because
is.
I said that because
Stevie
Jay-
Wonder. Just no idea.
Jay,
Do you
move
know
along.
Do we think Stevie was actually blind?
Yes.
I've got some questions about how blind Stevie Wonder
That's
really
what I'm
is.
saying.
You know what I'm saying? Have you heard? Yeah, I
Wait.
think there's. He can put his hands, and I've heard that he can put his hands.
Of him,
I think there's some girls that
Oh,
would say
come
he
on
knows where
now.
to put his hands, if you know what I mean.
Anyway.
I'm just saying. I don't know him.
Bottoms up.
Look at this. Catherine A., last name redacted, says, Courtney, I thought it was peach schnapps in school.
That girl right there knows. That girl knows because she used to pull up with me in downtown Louisville at the I don't even know the name of what the liquor store was, but they used to, it didn't matter how old you were, it mattered how much you had in your pocket for what you wanted to get. And so they would ask us for money, we'd give it to them, we probably paid like $40 for a pint of peach schnapps, and we were thrilled. It was amazing. And Catherine was there with me, but I've moved on up from the peach schnapps.
I know you're going to be surprised, Maddie, to learn that your mom drank before she was 21. It's going to shock you.
I know, it's very surprising.
AU 256.
But our daughter didn't. She didn't.
Yeah, first drink.
didn't do
I put
that.
that on Facebook, Madison. I was like, the day you turned 21, you were drinking out of that Patron bottle. I was like, first drink she's ever had, and so many people thought you were serious about
I know, isn't that amazing?
What?
that. What?
Sweet. Thank you, Maddie.
Courtney's, it's tasty.
All right, let's move along.
No, hold on. AU 256 is here. I didn't call him out earlier. It says, JGT, you're my hero. Love you too, Courtney. We party with him with Faith
Yes,
in Huntsville.
yes.
We love Faith.
Faith is a
Faith-
studette.
Faith is a legend at the Nook there in
Yes.
Huntsville, and they have an incredible bourbon bar, and Faith absolutely knows her shit when it comes
Yes.
to bourbon, no doubt
She
about
definitely does.
that. Jackson 3, who I play Warzone with and is an absolute stud, says, what do you think of the 1792 Full Proof? I like the 1792 age 12 years better because he gave me some of that. But the Full Proof is delicious. Me and Cuz are not as sold on that one maybe as some of the others. I don't know if I would grab that one all that often. I like the 12 years better, and I also like the Sweet Wheat better. Pipe Player Nick says maybe some Wham for this one right here. Wham.
I don't know.
What's your favorite Wham song, Courtney?
Don't do that. Moving along.
You can't name one song by Wham? Just one?
Oh, wake me up before you go.
We'll take it.
There you go.
We'll take it.
See?
Wake
I
me
got
up before
one.
you go.
I got one.
It could have been Careless Whisper, Everything She Wants,
Check.
Wham Rap,
Anyway,
Freedom, 85.
you love to do this.
Stuart Jones.
Stuart Jones in the house. Stu, we call him Two Live Stu.
Two Live
or,
Stu.
Or Two Stu Fart.
Stu Fart.
Says, what's the word on next
What's
week's
up?
Kentucky episode? We are going to Kentucky next week. We're getting
Yes,
ahead of
we are.
ourselves here, but we're going up to Kentucky, and the reason is Stu Fart is going to be graduating from University of Kentucky Medical School,
Yes, he is.
and he is
He is going to jet off to
he is willingly, enthusiastically going to
Alaska. We're going to miss Stu Fart, or being closer.
We do have at auburnsports.com one of our subscribers, Alaska Tiger, who's called into the show many times. He's from Wasilla, which is outside of Anchorage, and that is exactly where Stu Fart's going to be going. So pretty fired up
Be
about
right
that.
there in Anchorage.
Raymond says you two are great together. We've been together 75 years. Every day is amazing.
Every day is a
Let's keep the
blessing.
fun and digs at each other coming. LOL. Courtney's very good at that, obviously.
Oh,
Jackson 3 says any new Bardstown to be on the lookout for? Yes, the Origin series, right? Me and
Yes.
Cuz and Becky and I guess Courtney.
yeah, I'm going to make the trip.
I know,
I'm
but I
gonna
don't
end
know
up-
if you're like
I'm
excited
gonna be,
now.
I'm going to be there.
We're going to be trying to get some of that Origin when we're up in Bardstown. It's they've got it's like a black label and a white label one. So
Hey, Jay, did you know it was Derby Week?
wait, is it time?
Did you know it was Derby Week?
Bourbon bottles have you finished at tipping point?
Tori W,
lot.
great question. How many bottles have we finished at Tipping Point?
I'd prefer
Wow.
not to say.
Well, we've
the
had a lot of
answer.
help. I mean, we're there.
Yes.
Usually the Haynes are there. Obviously, Corey and Tori help us a lot.
Yes.
Chalk and Reagan sometimes help us.
John always picks out the lowest level
John.
bottle. Yes.
I bet we probably killed 15 bottles, 20 bottles up there. something
Yeah,
like
but that when you say killed the bottle, it's a little misleading. I mean, it's already been broken into when we get there.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's talk about beverages.
Oh, yes, beverages. I'm sure if you're talking about Derby beverages, Courtney, you're talking about a mint julep.
No.
Oh, damn,
no,
really?
I am not a fan of a mint julep. Do not like mint julep. Never liked it. Never interested in it.
Well, how about I pull
Mint
up on
does
the
not belong there.
How about I pull up on the screen some you do like?
That would be a great idea, Jay. Why don't you share that?
Uh-oh, I just hit the button.
There
it
we
is.
go. Yes, the Woodford Spire. This is delicious. So now we just got turned on to this 2 or 3 years ago when we were at the track at Churchill Downs, and just a regular day at Churchill Downs. It's so much more fun than Derby because you can actually move around, you can see the horses, you can almost like basically be right there in the middle of it. You can be right on the rail. It's awesome. So anyway, they had a Woodford Spire there I could get, and that is the beverage that I chose, and it is delicious. It is amazing. So this is the recipe for the Woodford Spire. You, of course, need some Woodford Reserve, which I also happen to have.
Hold on, the camera's not on you, but hold on, let me bounce back over. That's
That's
no
okay.
problem. I got you.
I thought you had a little... Anyway, this sucker here. Yes, this is this year's Woodford Reserve.
That was a $30 or $40 bottle, Courtney.
It's a cool bottle. Every year they do a Derby bottle. And this year, this has Secretariat on it because Secretariat won the Derby 50 years ago. 50 years ago. Some of us were around at that time and some of us were not.
Oh, you were close, though.
I was not born yet.
Your mom and dad were thinking
I was
about
not born yet, but some of us were. Some of us were toddlers. But this is a delicious, easy drinking bourbon. Every year they have a new bottle like this, but you take some of this, an ounce and a half.
Yeah, we can get this drink menu
Yes.
back up there, Courtney.
Ounce and a half. 2 ounces of lemonade and an ounce of cranberry juice. You mix it, pour it over ice, and put just a little garnish of lemon on it. It is delicious. The ladies like it. Gentlemen will act like they don't like it, but they do.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
I
You
would
said
just
it was
drink-
good.
I would drink it straight. I'd rather have the Woodford straight.
Well,
now,
it
the
is
Oaks
very
Lily,
good.
on the other hand, you can see the
Yes.
menu
so-
there. I don't really understand this part thing. You tried to tell me this yesterday. I didn't really understand it. But
Yes.
the Oaks Lily, I would normally say, is a girl drink. Those of you who watch G-Pits know that I gave up on the girl drink thing. Like,
You said any cocktail was a girl's drink.
I did, and that was wrong, and I was wrong, and I'm over that. I've moved past that. But the Oaks Lily is actually delicious. You can see there vodka, sweet and sour, which I bought today, triple sec, and cranberry juice, and you just mash that bad boy up, garnish with blackberries and lemon, which we get at
It
the,
is
at the track.
delicious. Yes.
We ate that at the track when we went
So,
last May. And it was-
Everybody needs to say no to mint juleps. I mean, if you've never had one, you should try one because it is the official Derby drink. But it just doesn't taste very good.
Madison says Oaks Lily superiority.
Yes.
That's a good drink.
Yes.
We are going to have our own Derby party on Saturday at our house, and we will be serving both of those drinks. So
Yes, we will.
We ain't just talking.
Yes.
We doing.
Yes, we doing.
We doing for sure. What else we got here? Oh, speaking of Churchill Downs,
Yes.
there's a race Saturday.
Yes.
There's a race Saturday. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Derby post positions. These are the horses that will be running. My friend Jason Morgan, who we mentioned earlier, is a huge horseman.
Yes.
He's a player.
Now, we also need to preface that we used to, when we were dating, we used to go to Churchill Downs on the weekends, and we would go Saturday and Sunday, and that's kind of where a lot of our romance began, was betting on the horsies.
That is true.
That is true,
I
and
was
so
there.
we love
I mean,
Churchill
I know
Downs.
it's true.
Somebody wants
It is
to make
fun.
an appearance.
So, something interesting that happened today is we had 2 horses that were scratched. And for those folks that don't know what that means, it basically means that something happened with them or their owners or trainers, and they had to sit this one out.
Yeah, so practical move. I was running a temperature this morning, and they just, as a precaution, decided to scratch him. And Lord Miles got scratched. You can see him up there with the line through his name. His trainer had 2 horses die at Churchill this week on the track.
Yeah.
And so they just went ahead and shut him down for a period of time to try to figure out what's going on there. So these are the horses that are going to be running. Your boy JG, first of all, I want to go ahead and give the picks from my man Jason Morgan, who knows more about horse racing than I do for sure. His picks in order, unless he's changed them, and if he has, that's fine. He's got Tappet Trice, Forte, and Mage, and then Angel of Empire.
Oh,
I am personally
Interesting.
not as high on Tappet Trice. First of all, it's a gray horse on dirt, which we don't like usually. And Tappet Trice, his claim to fame at this point is that he won the Bluegrass Stakes, which the last Bluegrass Stakes winner to win the Derby was in 1991, which I attended.
yes.
Strike
Jay
the gold.
may not have remembered most of the event,
I-
but he was there.
I was there. I was there 100%. So I got $10.80 on a $2 bet on that one. So that's the
Yes.
last time a Bluegrass Stakes winner has won. So no thanks for me on that one. And then my man Buddy G, who knows horse racing as well, he's big on 2 fills. So that's something to keep
interesting.
an eye on. Forte is undefeated. That's the juvenile champion. I would probably, if I had to bet, I would go a $2 exacta box between Mage and Angel of Empire would be where I would go.
Very
Try to,
interesting.
make a
So
little
you're
bit of
looking at
money on
losing that money. Great.
That's funny. You know, the biggest bet we ever won, though, dollar for dollar, was one that you made.
Yes.
And I remember the name of the horse. Do you remember?
Just a Rodney D.
Absolutely right.
Yes.
He literally
I do.
did not finish the last race that we bet him on.
And I'm like, let's put
she
money
said,
on him.
I think he'll come back. And he
did.
had 3 legs.
He did. He had 3 legs, but
And-
he won that race.
And that third leg was like at least 15 inches. But anyway, she won like literally $50 on a $2 bet.
Yeah, it was great.
Because nobody was going to bet on this horse. He was just awful. He was
It
like
was
one
terrible.
step out of the glue factory. No shit. Other horses here of note. Wow. Derma Sotogake won the UAE Derby. Japanese horse. Very good. You just haven't really had a horse win the Derby coming from that way through, I guess. Disarm is a very interesting horse. He's one of those late runners. But typically, the people that win the Derby are the ones that are toward the front when they go into the past the quarter pole there. And I don't think he'll be there, so we'll see it. Also, I thought it was interesting, Skinner, possibly named after B.F. Skinner, the great psychologist.
That's a possibility.
Could have been.
But Kings Barnes is my pick.
Kings Barnes is
Yes.
a good one.
I like him. Undefeated.
I believe won the Louisiana Derby.
Yes, he did. He
And,
won the Louisiana Derby, and he's bred in Kentucky. I've always got to bet on a Kentucky horse, so I definitely think that would be where I put my money. And I'm not putting a whole lot of money down. I never bet more than like $5 or $10, but my whole $5 or $10 would be on him.
Yeah, Courtney's mom always had this thing. She called it a parlay.
Yes.
And so she would bet $2 on the favorite,
to show.
And so that bet pays like, you pay $2, and if you win it, you get like 40 cents. But she just keeps it going
And then
all
she
day.
would take the $2.40 and then bet it to show on the favorite in the next race.
So she'd walk out of there and say, I won 8 races
Yeah.
today. And she's won like $2.
Yeah.
Total.
Tories,
But
what
the-
are the risks for the horses while racing?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, that is.
It is, it's tough on these horses.
It is.
Well, this time of year, they're not as hot maybe, but Courtney, I'm sorry, Maddie, we took you to the races maybe 3 or 4 years
Yes,
ago.
I remember
And
this
we watched the
never
horse
went
die on the track.
Yeah,
Like,
they
Yeah.
went to-
Just
they-
over,
I knew what was
overheated.
going to happen. I was like, let's get out of here. I don't want to see this. But
It
Anyway,
does happen.
it does happen.
I'm surprised how often it's happened at Churchill this week.
Yeah.
You don't normally see it happen
it is surprising.
that many times. So, Brandon said he had gone, and Giacomo won the year that he went, which is probably maybe 10 years ago. That was a hell of a horse right
Wow.
there. Oh, yes.
Hey, Jay, how many viewers do we have right now?
25,000.
I know, look at that. Ooh.
By the way,
big time.
the girls' derby is tomorrow. It's called the Kentucky Oaks.
Yes.
It's named after the Oaks Lily. And according to Jason Morgan, I don't know anything about what's going on here. These are
unfortunately don't
fillies.
either.
No, I'm not talking about the Doc Dumpster the kind. I'm talking about actual female horses. He's got Wet Paint, Botanical, and Pretty Mischievous
Okay.
as the top picks in the Oaks. And Jason's really good at picking Oaks winners, so Wet Paint would be where I would go on that one, Courtney. Let's see what else we got on our docket here today,
Yes.
presented by Courtney and Jay. Oh, yes, King Charles's coronation is this weekend.
Look how excited he is. He's so thrilled about it. He can't wait.
I know there's people who give a shit about this, but it ain't me.
Well, you know I do. I'll be up at break of dawn watching this just because it's cool and it's something we don't ever get to experience over here in this country. Now, we can have a debate back and forth about Queen Camilla, but I am no, she's the queen. They gave that up. And so not very excited about that part, but I am excited about being able to get up and watch the pageantry because we haven't had that in I can't even remember how long Elizabeth was a queen. She was queen forever. And so it's going to be exciting to watch it.
I'm not going to be excited at all. I'm going to be playing FIFA, drinking. No, I won't be drinking that early.
You'll be
today.
asleep when I get up and watch it.
What time does it start?
Oh, it's going to be bright and early. It's like 11 their time or something.
So it's like 5 here or something
Yeah.
like that? Oh, yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that. I don't know, you and Catherine were talking a couple years ago about watching the wedding. Like when
Yeah,
when
Catherine
Diana,
and I, when Charles and Diana got married, we got up bright and early in the morning and put the Betamax in and closed it and taped that whole thing and watched it sitting in front of the TV like this. We were so excited.
I cannot think of something I would be less interested in.
I know.
Who cares, man?
Well,
The
I
guy
did
is-
it when Elizabeth died too. I got up bright and early and watched it until I had to get to work.
I watched some of that. I don't know.
It's something we don't ever get to experience here. So
I know you're a
Kind
really
of
big
excited.
fan of what's her name, Harry's wife.
Oh, we don't need to go down that road.
What's her name?
We don't need to
Meghan Markle.
we don't need
Huge
to go
fan.
down that- we
No,
don't
you're a
need
big
to-
fan. You're a big
We
fan.
don't need to go down that road.
Okay. The next thing on the docket here, Courtney, is that Jay got his hair bleached.
Look at it. It's nice
I know.
and bright.
Yeah, I went ahead and got this really light.
It it almost matches. Like,
Yours, you mean?
yeah, look, it's pretty close. Pretty close. You're a little bit brighter than I am. He doesn't just have frosted tips anymore, guys. He went
No.
full on bleach. So all that is now his hair.
I've become very unpopular on Rebel Grove for reasons that I don't fully understand.
Yeah, I
but
don't
I've got
either.
some detractors over there who say that I am, quote, a tranny since I get my hair dyed.
You have hair to dye, so hey,
I
why
don't
not do
understand
it?
that. If you're a guy and you're really
cares?
concerned about another guy's hair color,
All bald motherfuckers saying that.
like, right? Like, it's
Hey, who
bald
cares?
guys. It's bald guys.
Enjoy it while you got it. It might fall out next week, so enjoy it
The
now.
story on the dyeing is that my mom did this for me in the summer of '85, and I went from getting no girls to like, because she did this in June, I think. June. It was like right at the start of the summer, and then by the time we got to like July, August, I mean,
He was all covered up.
I was doing
There
good,
were just
man. And
ladies
so
everywhere.
my mom, she would foil me and do the whole thing, you know. And so I'm back doing that again. I've been doing it for like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years now. But this is probably the lightest I've been.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, I picked it back up not too long ago.
Hey, Sarah Beth.
Yeah, Sarah Beth's in the house. We love Sarah Beth. We partied at Sarah Beth's house about a month ago.
Yeah.
And her mom's, that girl can party when she wants to.
Yes.
Yeah, for real.
We can all kind of throw down.
Some
get
more than
that.
others.
Denton.
So what are we going to do on this Kentucky trip when we go? We're leaving out in just a few days.
Wait, Chef said, Chef Denton, excuse me, says no longer just the tip.
No, no longer just the tip.
Hit the laugh button.
Where's the laugh
my
button?
laugh
You
button?
have a
Courtney
laugh
wouldn't let me
button.
have it.
You have a laugh button.
I was like, I need this. You go, we've already spent enough.
No, you got
Where's
it.
the laugh? Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's your laugh. Thanks, Dan. That was good. That was funny. Brandon H says, who does Brad Bohannon have his money on? I'm going to drop that one again. The Alabama baseball coach got fired today, and it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious he's involved in something where
That was a little sketch.
there was some betting, improper betting, I guess would be one way to put it, on the Alabama LSU baseball game last Friday night, and they fired the coach all of a sudden, and I'm like, the rumor is that
quick.
there's footage showing that there's like a wise guy who's communicating with Bohannon on the horn, like making bets. Like, holy hell.
That's not good.
If that happens, if that really happened,
That's not
that's
good.
a big deal, man. And I don't want to say anything right now. I mean, because everybody's like, all the Auburn people are really fired up to, you know, because it's a Bammer, but
Yes.
that guy's got some Auburn ties, so I mean, let's just be careful who you're giving too much trouble for there. Let's see. Corey W says the hair is beautiful. Thank you, Corey. Corey has great hair too. And Brandon H says you hire Mike CB for the bleaching. I'll tell you what I do hire Mike CB for. That's the white dog shit eating, because that's what he should have been. That's what he should have done. He bet the bunker, but nobody in particular. But he bet the internet that if Hugh Freeze signed a 5-star recruit, that he would eat white dog shit, and then he signed 2, and then he didn't eat it. But to be fair, on Mike's side, he didn't specifically make that bet with a person, so you know, whatever. We have a trip to Kentucky coming up. We mentioned this earlier because Dr. Stufart was in the chat, 2 Live Stew.
Yes.
During this trip, Courtney, that you are going to be on, also Madison will be there as well. And Andrew.
you.
Absolute stuff. What do you mean?
Thank you. You said
you-
you're going to be there too.
Well, you planned it.
Well, yeah.
We're going to be hitting some distilleries, including Buffalo. Well, I should have mentioned that Cousin Becky is going to be there too.
Yeah.
We're going to be hitting Buffalo Trace, Michter's, Old Forester, Peerless, hopefully.
That's a J thing.
Stitzelweller, where me and Cuz are going to pick up our 5 Keys julep cups
Yes.
to never put juleps in, hopefully. Also, we're going to hopefully hit 4 Roses and Wild Turkey down in Lawrenceburg.
Oh, we will see. We are excited about it. I'm excited about actually doing a tour at Buffalo Trace. They're hard to get into, and it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I'm excited that we actually get to do the tour, and the others we're just going to visit, do tastings, check out the gift shops. Some of them we've been to before.
I bet we hit Bardstown Bourbon Company too somewhere.
Oh, I always
somehow.
have to hit that. That's
Yeah,
true. We got to
that's
get there.
If you guys haven't been there,
really
man, that's like a
nice.
spaceship.
It's
it
really
is
nice.
Really nice. And they always have good stuff in their, what do you call it, guest shop or visitor shop,
Gift shop.
gift shop. Is that the right word?
Yes. It's called
They always
gift
have
shop.
good stuff in there. Like it's not a scam at all. Also, we got to hit Lux Row too.
Well,
It's right across.
no,
It's right across the highway. So
We do have limited time because there's actually a real reason that we're going to Kentucky, and that is for graduation.
oh yeah, of course. We're going there to see Stuart.
We're going to hit a couple of restaurants.
It's not
for
about
sure.
bourbon. We're going to hit one of our all-time favorites, which is Rumors
Oh, yeah.
out in Middletown.
Got to get some wings on.
Me, Courtney, and Dylan, we mainlined their hot sauce one
No,
time.
not
Remember that?
Courtney.
That was me and Dylan.
Did I say Courtney?
You said
All right,
Courtney.
Me, Maddie, and Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah.
We sucked it with a straw. I was going to put it in my nose.
That's just not bright.
Seriously, it could have
Sometimes
been
I
illegal
question-
booger sugar. Sugar. booger?
Definitely question some of your
Anyway, we
ideas.
love Rumors. I know Jason Morgan, if he's still watching, he loves Rumors as well. Anybody who has a brain
delicious.
loves Rumors. And also, we're going to hit Jeff Ruby's Steakhouse
Oh,
there
looking
in
for
Louisville.
that.
Jeff Ruby, of course, mainly from Cincinnati, but that's pretty close.
yeah.
And
I'm
I was
excited about it. I haven't been there.
I was reading about him earlier. He has a very interesting life.
Okay.
He puts out bounties on bad guys. Like, yeah, he tries to solve cases, unsolved cases in Cincinnati by putting rewards on if you find the person who did this.
Oh.
He puts his own money up. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's very interesting. And so he's kind of like this badass dude who like smokes
Okay.
cigars all the time and says, I'm going to get him. You know what I
Wow,
mean?
I like that idea.
Oh, yeah, I do too. I'm
like
fired
that
up to
idea.
go now. I hope that I get to.
I don't think you're going to get to meet him there, but
No, he's going to be up in
sounds good.
Cincinnati, I reckon.
Yeah, that sounds
So we'll hit those two. Maybe we'll end up hitting a Tumbleweed or maybe
Mm-hmm.
Pelizari's or wherever we end up, you know. A lot of great places to eat
We
in
might
Louisville.
also hit up Dioreo's.
Dioreo's, capably run
Yes.
by our friend,
Cousin.
your
is a
cousin,
cousin.
Bruce Bryant.
Yep.
Absolute stud. And of course, Two Live Stew. We're very proud of you, bro. Yeah, what a stud. Speaking of Cincinnati, Jerry Springer died. A lot of you guys know him as the TV guy, but we know him as the mayor of Cincinnati from 78 to 79. Also,
Maybe a little more credible time in his life.
he was a famed television. Back in the days, you young kids don't know this, but they used to have people on the newscast that would like give political opinions as part of the newscast. And he would do that in Cincinnati, and he won a bunch of awards. This is before he got on TV, like doing the
Before he started with
Jerry.
the baby daddy stories and all that.
We like Jerry
and
Springer.
the chair throwing and the security needed on a daytime talk
That
show.
shit's so good.
It's crazy.
I didn't know that was my baby mama. The test will reveal all.
I know. I know.
Your mother's a man, baby. But we watched a lot of Jerry Springer back in the early
We did
90s.
because I was just flabbergasted that could actually go on TV. And now that seems so mild compared to some of the things that are out there.
Courtney thought that he was like the pioneer in that space, but I thought about this deeper, and I don't think he was.
Who do you think it was?
Well, I think David Letterman was.
Huh?
David Letterman show.
That's a totally different time.
No.
That doesn't count.
No,
No, that
it
doesn't
had that
count.
rowdy, raucous thing going about that show, and I think that he.
Dave Letterman? You
Yes.
mean on at 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah,
That doesn't count.
it was on TV.
Jerry Springer was on in the middle of the day
I'm
when
talking
the kids are
about-
coming home from school.
Maury was Jerry Springer's twin.
I'm talking
Yes.
about that caustic, angry.
No, yeah, but that doesn't count. I'm talking about times a day because that's totally different. What do you guys think? That doesn't count.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
need to know it.
anyway.
I need public opinion.
And you
here.
guys, a lot of you guys are probably not old enough to know this, but there was a guy on TV also named Morton Downey Jr. who was like always yelling and screaming and smoking and just like always like raising hell and screaming at people and having like crazy opinions. And he kind of brought that in. Dude, TV was really docile in the 70s and before that.
Oh,
I think David Letterman
I
was
don't
a
know.
big time trailblazer in that space. Just me, in my
I
opinion.
don't know.
Have we missed anything here? See, Cuz is mainlining hot sauce, SMH.
AU256 says, are you going to the DR this
AU256 wants to know if we're going to the Dominican Republic. No, we're going to Mexico this
We're going
year.
to Mexico this year. We're going to Playa Mujeres.
Playa Mujeres,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a big ass group going this year. This is the biggest group we've ever had.
Okay.
We've got 7 couples in our group. 6? Is it 6? 6 or 7?
6 or
Plus
7.
we got Pipe and Jordan, and then they're bringing their homie, who I've been calling Mitch, but I forgot what his real name is. But so that
Imagine that. Jay makes up a name.
they're kind of like they hang out with us too. They're aligned with us, so that's 10 groups, man. That's awesome. We're really stoked to see Pipe and Daphne.
I can't wait to.
You know, this is
Chill
a true
out.
story. Daphne had never smiled in her life until Johnny made her laugh. Drinking Scooby-Doo shots with her. I'm
You
telling
need
you,
to
like,
hush.
no, Daphne was not stoked to be hanging out with us, but I appreciate her playing along.
You need a little bit more, don't you?
Corey
We didn't
Dub.
try this one. We haven't even tried this one. We
Oh,
haven't done
Leif
the
wants to know
pork
if we're going to be going to Tally Ho when we're in Lexington. I sure
cast.
wish we
It's
would.
not there anymore, is it?
I
think it's
back.
gone.
I think it left and now it's back.
I thought they tore it down.
Hey, Leif, I've had a bunch of country fried hoes in my life, bro. Seriously.
Yes, but
I also weighed
we won't have
315
time. We're
pounds
not
at
going to be in
one time.
Lexington very long except for graduation. So we're going to be in Louisville most of the time.
Corey had a funny story here. Can you tell us about your $240 bottle of Starlight Carl Tea?
I thought it was 300 and something.
This is a true story. I'll trust Corey on the price there because I don't remember. But Corey had sent me a picture of this bottle of what I consider to be just average ass bourbon. It was a Starlight Carl T. Huber, which I would pay. I think we have a bottle of it, and I think we paid $55 for it. I don't know, something like that. It's sitting in the East Chase ABC for $200 or $300.
Yep. That wasn't cool.
That was bullshit. So I literally went up to the front desk and I go, "Can you give me a price scan on this?"
Desk.
And he
Are you
scanned
at a
it.
resort or something?
And he goes, "Showing it $55."
cashier.
And I go, "Well, that's right because it says out there it's $250." And that I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but
And it makes
there was
sense.
some BS going on there. So I don't know what the deal was. Apparently it's back to where it should be, like $55.
Do you see Brandon says he's going to stay at the Castle and Key property this summer?
What does that
I
mean?
didn't even know that was an option.
What does that mean? A castle and key property? What does
That's
that mean?
really cool. I guess they may have places on there you can stay. I did,
did not
even
know that. Courtney,
That's very cool.
You are our planner. How did you not know this? Brandon, can you start planning our shit?
You want an ass whooping on the air?
Kinda.
Yeah, you probably do. He'd love documentation.
I'm just saying, if Maddie's here to see it, she's a witness for this. Brandon also says Springer was the true innovator of crazy daytime TV. Now that I would agree
See,
with.
not the same.
I would agree with
Daytime
that.
versus late night.
I would agree with that. That's fair.
It's true.
I know you were kind of going there yourself. But,
I'm 100%
I just
going
feel
there.
like
It's totally different.
Letterman brought out the craziness. And
Well, yes, but it was just different. He wasn't doing baby daddy stories and stuff.
let's see. Jackson says, "What's the steakhouse near Lexington with all the jockey pictures on the wall?"
Oh, that's near Lexington, or the one in Lexington is
Is it Cliff Hagen's?
it's right there on. No, it's not Cliff Hagen's. It's the one-
Delmonico's?
Delmonico's, maybe. It's been a
Rafferty's?
long time since we've lived there. I don't know.
Yeah, Jackson, honestly,
if
bro.
Stuart's on here, maybe he can hop on because I can't remember.
Stuart is not going to High Dollar.
Listen, he knows the
steak
places.
places.
I can't remember. It's been how long
Although
has it
he
been
did-
since we lived
He
here?
did live in the neighborhood of Merrick Place.
It's been
though.
25 years since we've lived in
Is
Lexington.
that right? It's been 25 years?
Yes.
I'm
25
gonna check
years
the
since we
math. I need to
lived.
check the math on that.
Well, we've been married almost 26, and we moved here on our first anniversary, and we've been stuck. We've been living in beautiful Montgomery ever since.
That's 25 years.
We love Montgomery. We actually live in Hempstead, Alabama, is how I like to tell people.
It does not have its own zip code.
Let's see. In regard to the ass whooping I was about to take, Becky says $10 on Courtney, which she does. She says that a lot. And
Thanks, Bex. That's
she
my
has-
girl.
She has yet to cash. I'm just saying, she's yet to cash. She's yet to lose, but she's yet to cash. JBDC Elite
What'd
says
you say?
she has yet to lose, but she has yet to cash. JBDC
Oh, I
Elite
don't
says
know.
100% agree. Denton's mom. Wait a minute. This is a defection right here.
Good job, JB.
JB, come on, bro. What is this? I've got your back usually.
Usually.
Unless Crystal
That's
makes a
not
really
very
good.
cool.
If Crystal makes a good argument, I got to be on Crystal's side because I'm scared of Crystal.
Well,
Sometimes I go somewhere with Crystal and I think she's gonna kill me. Like I'm afraid I'm not gonna come back. Like,
it's the most absurd thing I've ever heard.
can someone be so smart she's dangerous? She is definitely one of the two smartest people we ever know. Crystal, JB's wife, Crystal, and Rosie Felfley.
Yeah.
Wow,
I'm
those
gonna
girls
show
were
that.
so smart. Holy shit.
Yep.
It's fascinating.
I
I'm
agree.
sure YouTube loves that.
I know.
They go, Rosie, what? Who? Where?
We still have dozens of viewers, Jay.
Can we have 30,000 according to YouTube's? Was there anything else? Cinco de Mayo I also have on here, Courtney. I don't know if you know, but that's
think-
tomorrow. Today's the 4th. We'll be with you.
Jay, you need a accessory. Put that on that beautiful hair.
Cinco de
Look
Mayo,
at that.
baby.
He is ready, y'all. Oh, some dancing. Everybody don't get all worked up.
Well, Courtney, I'm sorry, Maddie wants us to talk about Bama Rush. It's being like an episode show, like a reality show almost. But what do you want me to tell you about it? Like, it's totally different than the world that I lived in, right?
Yes.
They said it might be the end of Greek life everywhere.
Oh,
End of
gee.
Greek life,
End of
my
Greek life
ass.
everywhere.
Greek
There's too
life
many.
is-
There's too much money in Greek life. It ain't in it.
Talk about Deborah, not her name.
Corey Dub says, I'm terrified of Courtney.
Aw, he loves me though.
Well, you said something really mean to him the other day.
No, I didn't.
I didn't. Yes, you
I didn't
did.
say something mean. I just was very.
Let me hit the mute button. I'm going to tell you what you said.
He loved every minute of it.
I don't know about that. I mean, you've called me that before.
Cheers,
but I
Corey.
mean, it's different. Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. That's why I'm wearing this, by the way. Pipe says, sorry, Jay, I'm taking Courtney too.
Pipe, you're so smart.
Hi.
There are some very intelligent
Hi.
people here tonight.
I don't know. Pipe is coming around here. Soup Up says, does Courtney get a field hockey stick in the brew? She does. She still got it. She's got two, in fact.
I have two.
She had, well, the beautiful would be if you whoop my ass with the stick that I bought you.
That is true. He did buy me a field hockey stick.
I thought that
and
was
it
a really
very,
cool
very-
idea.
It was very cool.
Because back in those days,
Very
like
cool.
the internet didn't exist. So if you bought a field hockey
And
stick,
it was an aluminum stick, so that was like that was the big.
That was a big deal.
It did. It was a little bit different because it was all the other ones I'd ever played with were wood. I had wood in my hand. Yes, you're correct. I knew that was coming.
Not the first time today.
And
Hey,
today?
to be fair though, you know how serious I was about this girl. I went out. She was a field hockey player at Transy, and I went to practice. I practiced with the team. I asked the coach Pat Deacon, who's now Hall of Fame coach.
Yes.
They named the field after her. I asked Coach Deacon if I could help by being a practice goalie, and she said, "What? Sure. We only have one goalie. It was Jenny Bardo. You can play goalie too." And it turned out I was too good for you guys. Like seriously.
Oh my Lord.
I said y'all try to score on me, and you couldn't. I'm just saying.
Here we go.
I was really
we
good
know
at-
the reason why he wanted to be the goalie.
I was really good at penalty flags.
Why'd you want to be a goalie?
You played sweeper. You were the furthest back defender, and I could stare at your ass.
So sweet.
I kept hoping you wouldn't wear anything under your little hockey
skirt.
but you'd always
My
wear your
skirt.
stupid little trancy shorts.
No, I usually wore boxers.
Crystal says, you're safe with me, Jay, unless you hurt Courtney. I got to laugh for that one.
Oh, that's a sweet look. I got some fans, Jay.
I'm just saying, I've known Crystal since 96-ish, and she legitimately scares
That was a
me.
long time ago.
I'm probably more scared of her than anybody I've ever met. She's too smart for me. She's just...
Yeah. So in other words, he says, "Don't worry, Courtney, you're not the smartest."
Well, you're smarter than me. It's a low bar. What?
Everybody has their talents.
Corey says...
We're not even talking about
We talking
the
about
game, the
practice?
actual
That's
game,
right.
when it matters.
Not the
We're
game.
talking about practice.
Not the game.
I had a little practice thing. Couldn't play it on that one. Well, we're about wrapping up. Our goal was to go an hour. We're now at an hour and 2 minutes. We're on down to 27,000 viewers. For those of you who are still here, I bet everybody here is probably subscribed to this because we see a lot of friends in the chat.
Yes.
A lot of legends, a lot of studs and studettes.
Helping Courtney with her vision.
Just for Crystal, though, we're not doing gender-related positive statements. So I used to say so-and-so had brass balls, and she was like, why does everything got to be phallic? And
Okay.
Over-sexual.
so stud is kind of over-sexual, right? So we'll just say
Studette.
legend. Legends.
legend.
A lot of legends.
There are a lot of legends.
See, when you say studette, right, you're anti-emasculating? What is the word we're
I'm
looking
not
for
sure.
here? I don't know.
If somebody has to help me with that one.
So everyone's going to subscribe to the channel, obviously. I mean, that's an obvious thing. We're going to be doing shows. Next week we can't. We're going to be in Louisville. But we are going to be doing some vlogs.
Yeah. We're going to do some little
haul,
shorties.
Haul blogs.
Jay wants to do some little short things. This is for Kim Leverett. She's going to do some short things.
She said, I've never seen a foot this long before.
No, she said this is 10 inches.
Everybody always thinks I'm like the crazy one of this couple, and she's definitely...
I am not the crazy one.
She has a dirtier mind than I do. There's
no,
no doubt about it.
nope.
And you have a dirtier mouth. You really do.
Nope.
All right, but you are of age, so it's a pleasure. Your first show in the books. It's a pleasure hanging out with
It's
you.
a pleasure hanging out with you. Enjoyed it.
You're a cool-ass chick. All right, guys. Wait. AU256 is who on the beat are you sending to Cal? Auburn's playing at Cal on your birthday, so you know where I won't be.
Yeah.
I think Stulty, we're going to send Stulty and maybe Henri out for that one. I don't think BMAT wants to go. So that's what we'll do on that. Stulty loves the road, man. He lives for it.
That's great. Good for him.
We like Stulty, right?
We do love
I do,
pretzels.
for sure.
I love
There's no doubt about
pretzels.
it. Stoop Up says, Buddy Yale ain't never getting rid of me. I subscribe and I live here now.
We love it.
Stoop Up, we got a bedroom downstairs in my mom's house if you want to come hang out. By the way, it is my mom's house. We ought to say that.
I'm in my mom's house.
My mom's house. Mom's in the nursing home, so she's not using it.
Yeah, so it's a great space to be able to create a new studio.
Kim says 10 inches is scary.
Exactly. You can only
Let's
do
give her a
so
laugh
much
on
with,
that
with what you got. So.
What? I've already apologized.
Oh, Lord. Move along.
I've already apologized.
Move along.
Brandon says 2 a.m. beaches. I have been known on my other channel
Yes.
to drink way too long.
Excessively.
Auburn played Ole Miss in like 2018 or 19, and I drank. First of all,
She's the one that had to help you get down the stairs.
Who, Becky?
Maddie.
Oh, Maddie?
Because I was out of
It was
town.
an Ole Miss game.
Yeah, the Ole
Yes.
Miss game. Dude, I was tanking Stag Junior all fucking night. It was 132 proof.
What'd you say,
I was
Maddie?
force feeding him crack.
Dude, I was
She was
pounding
forced-
Stag Junior all damn day
Force
at
feeding-
132 proof. I
Feeding
can't
you
believe I made it that
crackers.
damn long. And I love when people go, oh, you're the guy who drinks on the air.
Yeah.
You guys
that's
like
correct.
it until you want to rag on me. Shit.
That's
Anyway.
correct.
Leif B says, love this, y'all. We love Leif. Leif's an absolute stud. He sent us some
Yes.
great shit during the
Yes,
quarantine.
he did.
He was a big part of our quarantine
Yes.
shows, and we still love you, Leif. You're an absolute stud. Don't let those people at Rebel Grove convince you that I'm a bad guy, because I'm the same guy I've been, for better or for worse. Anyway, guys. Oh, Tori says, when can I stop making the merchandise, guys? Like those cups.
Oh. Yes. Have you been hydrating?
Oh my God, have I been?
You need to
I haven't, no.
hydrate.
Oh, I love the ice in here. It's so cold.
There's no ice in here.
Pros always hydrate when they're drinking. Every time.
That's very true.
If you're gonna drink bourbon, you gotta hydrate.
Well, any liquor you need to hydrate because otherwise the next day is much harder. Much harder, especially when you're older.
Well, sometimes you like it when it's harder, right? Maddie had no opinion.
Quiet
on that.
time.
Oh, Tori says, when can I start making the merchandise? We'll have a conversation about that, Tori. 'Cause
Oh, sure. We'll have a little chat.
we may have an opportunity there. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching our very first stream.
Thank y'all for putting up with us.
A Courtney's dream realized.
Yes.
And so many legends to thank over
Yes.
here. AU256 says, this show will hold me over until we start draining again in the fall.
Love it.
Love it. We love AU256. I don't know why I wasn't bringing that stuff over.
Well, because we were busy drinking and chatting.
Yeah.
You usually don't chat this much.
This is a great little couples
It's a couples
project.
event. Project.
We had a work lunch today.
We did. We had a work lunch today.
I brought my iPad. We were kind of
Tax write-off.
brainstorming about things to talk about, things to do.
right.
Andrew L says, I loved it. We love Andrew L.
Oh, I know that guy.
He's going to be going to Kentucky pretty soon, I think. He's got a trip to Kentucky in his future.
Yes, he does.
What a stud that guy is. Well, we'll probably wrap up there, guys. We will check you guys on the flip side. Again, we're going to be in Louisville next weekend. We're going to try to do some stuff for the channel, some haul, H-A-U-L,
Little
haul
shorts
videos.
that'll pop up.
Yeah.
Won't be live, but the following week we anticipate being here on Thursday. So 2 weeks from today, a live show.
All right. Way to be, Courtney. You're really catching on.
Thanks, Jay.
No, I'm being serious. I enjoyed it. All right, guys. Until next time, keep it real. Love you guys. Peace.
Bye.